Hello everybody, welcome to this video. First things first, before we get too far into this, I would just like to extend the hand of gratitude yet again to everybody that have graciously and kindly responded to my previous two questions videos over the past couple of weeks or so. I really appreciate that. I've had quite a few people, Sammy, Rich, Zortrada, Bisto Yeti, Chris Gaunt or Rodimus Minor, I think I remembered that right. And Tim, I think his brother, also took part in those. Sammy, Skullgrin, who else has done one? I'm not sure. I think Galvacron25 might have done one as well. I don't know, there's been quite a lot. But anyway, so if you've done a response to me on my question videos, thank you very much. So this is my third and final one. I've decided upon myself to only do 3, and we are literally a week today. 1 week to go. 7 lovely days until TFNation 2019 officially kicks off. I will be going up on Thursday, so I want to try and get this video done ahead of time, so it gives people a chance, if they wish to, again, respond for the third time. So it gives people a chance, still a bit of a chance to respond, and it also gives people a chance to watch it, respond, and it also gives me a chance to not really have to worry about this video, because I have one more video planned. If you've been paying attention to my vlogs, I mentioned yesterday that I was hoping to do a live stream, but it never happened. Basically, issue with Google Hangouts and such. So that is being shelved, possibly completely, until we can sort out everything properly after TFNation finishes. So once TFN is finished, I can then start to prep for being able to do live streams once I know how money is and everything, because I have to buy a couple of things in order to make it work. So, but anyway, so yeah. So that's that. So if you've been paying attention to that, you would have noticed that I was hoping to do a live stream, but that isn't going to happen now. So me and Sam, I understand Lawrence, unfortunately, and anybody else that wanted to be involved in the live stream, I apologise to you guys, because I know it's not the same, but me and Sam are going to be doing a video on Tuesday night, just a couple of days before we set off. So me and Sam are going to do a pre-discussion between ourselves. Sam, for those that are going for the first time, might not even know who he is. Sam is my good friend and he's my travel buddy. We always travel up together. Things are a little bit different this time around, because obviously Tony's going with his girlfriend, and I'm going up with Sam because he's meeting up with Lawrence. So it's just a bit easier, because it's a long way for Sam to go on his own on a coach. I know he's a big boy, he can look after himself, but you know, I thought, well, Tony's going with his girlfriend, so he's going to be with somebody, and I might as well be with Sam until we get to Leicester, because Leicester is quite a distance away from me and Sam, especially via coach. And then we're picking up Lawrence in Leicester, and then going the rest of the way to Birmingham. Question number 1 for this third and final questions video. So, if this is your first year, or first time going, or not, so you can see this works from both ways. So, if this is your first time going, if not, yeah. If not, what are you mostly looking forward to? So if it's your first time, or if not, what are you mostly really looking forward to for TFN this year? So this is the first of 4 questions that I've got here, so that is that one. So my answer to that one, I'll try and make it as brief as possible, because I've spoken for nearly 5 minutes as it is. So, the people. I know I've probably asked this question before, I apologise if I'm repeating myself, but regardless, I don't really mind. If people want to respond to this, by all means do. You're more than welcome. If people think these questions are too if people think these questions are a little bit too similar to the previous ones I've done, then by all means don't bother. It's your decision. But for me, that answer to the first question is the people, meeting you guys again, first people going for the first time, people that I've known for years. Second, panels, meeting the guests, going to see some panels and seeing, listen to people that have, helped to create the stuff that we all know and love and like to collect. 3, going around the dealer room and just seeing what there is. I love going around the dealer room and going through all the bagging buckets, if you want to call it that. Looking all through that stuff, but I won't be able to buy much this year, but I do like to have a nice little rummage about. 3, I might get some art. I do like to go to the artist and maybe pick up some posters or some artwork. 3, I might go around the forge, and I would like to pick, and also I'm going to be going around the Gundam thing as well. So I'm going to be going around the Gundam thing and also the forge. So I'm going to be looking around all the independent artists and people selling indie comics and things like that. And I'll most likely be checking out the displays, because I love checking out the displays all the time. Number 2, apart from toys, what else do you like to pick up? I know we go for the bots, I get that, okay? Just leaving the transforming toys to one side for a second. What else do you like to pick up, except for this? Because people go to, pick up art. People like artwork, prints. I'd like that too, so I like to go for prints and artwork and comic books. So what else do you like to pick up, except for just the toys? Do you like to pick up comic books? Do you like to buy comic books? Do you like to buy indie stuff? I don't know, whatever. Do you like to buy other things regardless? So me personally, my answer to that, I like to buy anything that I see that's generally of interest to me. I'm in favour of other things other than Transformers. So I like to pick up anything by Bandai, anything from Japanese toy lines, anything from a different 80s property, like also Power Rangers. I quite like the Power Rangers. So anything from stuff that I know from being a kid, I like to at least indulge in. But apart from toys, I like to pick up artwork, maybe a little trinket like a keyring, a mug, something like that, a keepsake. That's what I'm trying to get to with that. It's like a little keepsake. Number 3. Will you be picking up any indie comics or fan-made stuff at TFNation? So, like I've mentioned, there is something called The Forge. That is all indie artists. Some professional artists, I will argue with that. There is some people in there that do work for comic books, that either a colorist, but they can't fit everybody in the main hall. So the main guests of honour are in the main hall with everything else, but the Forge just gives additional space for other artists, as well as people selling things like their own fan-made stuff like keyrings, mugs, little trinkets, and also indie comics and things like that, and prints and art prints. So my answer to that one, I will certainly be going around that for sure. And I will if depending on how money is, I will certainly be indulging in some indie stuff, because it's always nice to support the really, really talented people that are, the backbone of the fandom, that create stuff and make stuff, and they really do inspire me, those people that are incredibly creative people. I really do enjoy that. Number 4, and the last question, what games are you bringing or hoping to play at TFNation? Now, I'm asking that question as I've noticed, I don't know if anyone else has asked that question. If you have, I apologise if it's copying you, but that is something, the reason why I'm asking that question specifically, is because I have heard a lot of conversations and been in a few conversations of people been talking about like tabletop games, card games, different games that they're contemplating on bringing along. I've been in conversations with people wanting to take with them, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Doctor Who, what have you, and obviously Cards Against Humanity is kind of a norm, things like that. So any type of card game or tabletop little board games, you know, people are talking about it, and it is really interesting. I am really out of the times and the loop when it comes to tabletop games. I know about Games Workshop where you buy them little miniatures like Warhammer and things like that. I know about it. I've never played it. Personally, I don't think I've got the patience to hand build and paint all those little miniatures. I haven't got a steady hand for it at all. You have to be a certain person with a steady hand to do it properly, and I will just waste my money on it. So I'm not going to bother with Warhammer. There's other things as well. I used to do Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards when I was a kid. I haven't done it in years, but for me, I always like to have a good little play of Cards Against Humanity. Cards Against Humanity happens every single year. There's a big group of people, and they play it. It's a very offensive game. Everyone's going to go to hell for playing it, but I don't give a shit. It's a load of fun. Also, my girlfriend Lizzie, she's going to be bringing apparently some card game. I don't know what it is, but she's bringing a card game as well. So I'm going to be interested in checking that out. And there's another person that's apparently bringing some games and everything as well. So there we have it. And there's my questions. Thank you very, very much for watching. And those go into next week. I will see you there. And if you'd like to respond, please do. So until next time, stay awesome, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.